What's up, HyperFast Nation? On this episode of the show, we've got an amazing guest who has used humor in short form videos on Instagram to break into the luxury market in Canada. He's a member of the agency brokerage. Welcome to the show, Matt Lionetti. Hello.
How's it going, dude?
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Anything you want to really focus on today or make sure I cover?
Just the social stuff, I guess, videos, stuff like that.
Okay, videos. What platforms are you most focused on right now for videos?
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, Instagram's my main. So.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see. We're already recording. Where are you calling from too, by the way?
Toronto.
Toronto? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll get started. I just go right into it, and then I do the intro later, kind of based on how it actually went. So,
Yeah, cool.
you go by Matt, right?
Yeah, Matt Lionetti.
All right. Welcome to the show today, Matt. How are you doing?
Good, man. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on today to get in front of our listeners, talk about what you're doing in social media, how you're helping people, especially on Instagram. Before we go into that, why don't you give people a little bit about your background and how you got to where you are right now?
Yeah, man. So I'm a real estate agent out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've been in the business for about 5 years, and I built my whole business now off of social media, particularly Instagram, by doing kind of comedic skits on Instagram and building my following that way. I'm starting to get into the luxury end of the market, and I've been told it hasn't really been done as much before having that like comedic relief in the higher end market of the business. So it's been a fun ride. Before real estate, I was a touring musician, so I implement that into my skits as well. I do little parodies to do with real estate and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's making the business way more fun for me. I was seeing a lot of the same old marketing wise with real estate, so I just really wanted to kind of switch it up and shake things up, and it's been going well.
Well, rich people need to laugh too. So,
Well, that's what I always say. Everyone
right?
always thinks like, you know, it's the same as everyone else. They just have a little bit more money, right? So they still like to laugh.
Yeah, and most people too, as they get wealthier, it's not like their problems go away. They actually expand. They're just typically better at dealing with them, and they're
Yeah.
bigger. So I think the need to laugh is even more. So
Yeah, arguably for sure. Yeah.
how how long have you been an agent, and then how long have you been focused on trying to get into the luxury market through humor on Instagram?
Yeah, so coming up to 5 years being an agent. I've switched brokerages. I started on teams and stuff like that. I always recommend people start on teams just to kind of get your groundwork and the legs under you. And I started implementing video about a year and a half ago, and that's when the business really started changing. from that, I got asked to join. I got asked to join the agency that's based out of LA, and they just said come to Toronto. So with my video and my marketing mixed with being with the agencies really helped me get into the luxury end, and I've really started just getting into the luxury end kind of end of last year since I started with the agency, and it's been a perfect fit for me.
Yeah, they seem to be a fairly cutting edge and really like up to speed on social media type of firm. We had Peter Torkin on not too long ago on one of the shows. It was a great episode. If you're listening, make sure you check that one out. How has that, being at the agency, how has that impacted what you do, or is it, have you kind of learned from being there what what to make on social media, or the focus there?
Yeah, totally. So it's really, I mean, one thing it's done is really give me confidence. There's such a, like you said, cutting edge brand and high end, and they kind of rebel against the industry. So everything kind of fits perfectly with what I was doing. And Peter Torkin is a extremely well respected agent out my way, and he runs the brokerage that I work for out here. So teaming up with him, he's really kind of given me some ideas of how to kind of break that luxury end, and he's been doing it for years and years at the highest possible end of the market here in Toronto. So, doing the videos and finding the place for that comedy. And I've just always liked the contrast of like me, I wear like band shirts and ripped jeans, and then the contrast of like that and the comedy with like a really high end listing. I feel like there's never been like, for a lot of people, it's unrelatable, and I want to make the luxury end relatable to everybody.
Did you start this as a personal account, or did you make like a new account that's really just focused on the luxury real estate humor, or how did you
I
just
one day I just decided to do like a funny skit. I had a listing. They didn't start as kind of luxury stuff. I had a listing that was really bad. I needed to market it. I knew I needed to get eyes on it some way. So I've had a lot of these ideas since I got into the business, but people just told me, you can't really, it's not really professional to go about this, because I'll swear in the videos. I don't really hold back at all. So I just tried to do something in that first video, and it kind of caught on. I sold that listing, had 3 offers, sold it in 8 hours. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So right there, I was like, okay, there's something to this. And 2 of the offers actually came from the video, because the agents called. They said, hey, we saw your video. We're going to check out the place. And then they offered later on. So I saw, there's something here. So it started kind of as a joke, just from, the page I had 800 followers when I started this. I'm just under 25,000 now in a year and a half. So it's been going well. And yeah, it's been a great way to leverage a lot of the listings using a page. Right away, you can bring that into a listing presentation and be like, listen, I can leave your house right now and get your house, promoted to 25,000 people as soon as I leave here. And that's in this industry now, it's so oversaturated. You need something that's going to, make you stand out from everyone else.
Yeah. Cause anyone can throw it in the MLS or, do the open house, right? But you have this organic proprietary platform to channel your channel. It's on someone else's platform, but it's your proprietary channel that you now are able to direct. Are you mostly doing like humorous videos, memes, reels? Like what's the format like?
Well, it's videos. It depends. They're not all like listing videos. Some are just kind of skits poking fun at the industry. Like I do skits kind of making fun of clients and making fun of other real estate agents who are full of themselves. And then I'll throw in my listing videos and try and just make a super fun, like I want that funny because it's true. I want people to be able to relate to it. So I just do kind of everything. I've pretty much totally switched the content to reels because it's being pushed out so well right now. It's getting way more views than anything else. So yeah, since the start of the year, I've been really pushing reels, doing all vertical video on Instagram, and making sure that I'm capitalizing on that, because every time Instagram has a new kind of thing they're trying out, they push that more than the rest. So you got to kind of be on the trend, and Reels is competing with TikTok. That's
Right.
Instagram's competition. So
And Reels has been around for what, like a year and a
yeah,
half
but
now,
yeah,
or
exactly. So, and I wasn't on it right away. And then when I'm good friends with the broke agent, Eric Simon, and we have a podcast together. And he was like, "Yeah, you got to jump on Reels." So I really started getting my content and trying to figure out how to break it down to 30 seconds vertical video and just get it seen, because in this business all you're trying to do is start conversations. It doesn't necessarily have to be about real estate. You have to get in front of people and start conversations, and then from there it can go anywhere.
Hey, hold that thought.
It does seem like Instagram, all these people, they see
tips
TikTok do something
for
right,
free from my best-selling real estate book, the Hyperlocal HyperFast Real Estate Agent.
Now,
if you do,
duets
go to
popular on TikTok, where you can, if someone allows you, you can really turn this on and off
best
as the creator, but
today.
you can
Again, that's hyperfasttips.com. You can download 100 tips on how to grow your business, get more clients, deliver more value to more people. Go to hyperfasttips.com.
I do think the quicker you adapt the new features that Instagram rolls out, the more they reward you. They seem to push it out more.
Totally. And especially competing with TikTok more than ever. I mean, TikTok has that casino-like lottery winning algorithm where you could have no followers, post something and blow up overnight. So Reels has kind of implemented that as well. You're seeing a lot more views on your Reels, and you can have a lot more success in terms of views and getting followers, because that's what made TikTok so huge. And I think it was pretty genius of them to come in after Instagram and then create an algorithm like that, where random people dancing, doing voiceovers, can just blow up overnight.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. The other difference I think too is I think TikTok takes a little bit more effort to actually post on, because you can only basically post a reel, right?
Yeah.
And just think about like Facebook or Twitter. It doesn't take much to repost a meme or type something out, or to put a picture on Instagram. But making a reel is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Just like making a TikTok takes a little bit more effort. So there's more consumers of reels and of TikToks than there are producers. So the people that actually invest a little bit of time, this doesn't have to be a ton, but a little bit, you're going to get the lion's share of the rewards, because they need to get it in front of more people.
Totally. And now a lot of realtors are just taking TikTok trends and just doing them themselves, and they don't really even have to think of anything. That's why I say, like, you need to start getting into video. I think all real estate agents should get into video. It's such a good way to connect with your audience now. Because like you said, I think people appreciate the time spent as well, more than a picture or just a quick story. Like, they see that you spent time, and if you can connect with them, that's awesome. So yeah, if you're not exactly creative or funny, or you don't know what to post, consume some TikTok and see the trends, and the trending stuff is usually what does the best.
Yeah, I agree. Our team has had a lot of success both on TikTok, but then taking stuff that works on TikTok and putting it on Reels, and it does better than almost anything else we ever make on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's like a bad reel is usually better than like your best photo or meme. Or
totally, man. Especially IGTV I think they're trying something with IGTV to start putting ads in them. So they're taking some big influencers right now, and I've seen a couple ads in some of those big influencers IGTVs. I guess that's their
so it just kind of pops up like a YouTube ad almost.
Exactly.
Like while you're watching. Wow.
Yeah. So they might be rolling that out. I think Instagram's just trying to get the lion's share of everything. And they're competing with TikTok now. They're going to be competing with YouTube more so than before, because YouTube has now come out with YouTube Shorts, which is they're trying to get with Reels and all that, because
I we've experimented with that. I know some people have probably had success with YouTube Shorts, but we we've put out things that worked on TikTok onto YouTube Shorts, and it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. And I don't know if it's just because people on YouTube are expecting horizontal, and now you come in with vertical, or I don't know.
It's super early on. I've had that too. I've been trying out YouTube Shorts, but I think YouTube, they're seeing like, okay, the attention span in today's world is way less than it used to be. But that being said, YouTube, when you go to YouTube, you kind of know you're watching a longer form video. So I'm not sure if people are going to go to YouTube over Instagram or TikTok, where it's way more collaborative and you could, be commenting right away and get a response back. I'm not sure if I could be totally wrong because they're very early on in Shorts, but I think people go to YouTube for the long-term content and TikTok and Instagram for the short term.
Yeah, I think so too. I think another thing that I don't know if you do, but I think is worth pointing out, because more people go on Instagram or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok for short-term content, it seems like they reward you for doing lives on those platforms. Like if you're live on that platform, they're gonna push out your other posts and stories and reels. Just to get people to stay on the platform longer.
Well, yeah, that's everyone's end goal, right? They want people to stay on the platform as long as possible. So yeah, I've totally found that even using stories, live, reels, IGTV, just normal 1-minute videos, if you're using a bit of everything, Instagram likes that. Same with TikTok and all of them. They want you to be using everything that they have to offer. So it's cool.
How have you seen this focus, actually translate in number wise? Like what was your business like before compared to now?
Before, I was a total journeyman type of agent, did a couple deals here and there. Even up until like I started these videos a year and a half ago, and I'm really starting to see everything kind of come together now this year. So it takes a while to kind of pick up steam. And this year, by June, I'll have probably done more business than maybe my first 3 years in the business.
Oh, wow.
By June. So it's and it's pretty much all dedicated to social media and Instagram, particularly. I was a big open houser. So I started these videos kind of a couple months before like all the lockdowns started. So as I started getting some steam from the videos, the lockdown came out. I couldn't do open houses anymore. That's how I was getting a lot of business. So I thought, okay, this is going to be I got to figure something out. So yeah, it's definitely, this has been my best year by far. And it's, all pretty much from social media, Instagram.
Yeah, I think the key there, just for people listening or watching on YouTube, is you did this for about a year really before you saw a major uptick. And a lot of people don't have that patience to play the long game and to put in effort for a year. And real estate's a unique field. I think if you were to dedicate an hour or two a day to content creation, an hour or two a day of lead generation, prospecting, calling, like within a year, you'll be making 6 figures and then geometric expansion after that. But most people, have trouble getting through that startup, that liftoff period.
It's the age-old story. Exactly what you said. They see it happen, and to some people, it looks like this happened overnight. For what I'm doing, or for what Eric the broke agent did, or even Peter Torkin has a huge social and does a lot of business from that, but it didn't. And like, it's a lot of trial and error. You're posting videos, you're seeing, okay, this one did well, this one didn't. You can't get discouraged as soon as one doesn't do well. You have to take that and be like, okay, why is this one doing better than the other one? And it's a lot of trial and error. And then you just got to believe in it. Like I was like, okay, I have something here. Like there's people want, I think more than ever, to just work with friends and connect with you. So if you're just your Instagram, you're just hiding behind sold signs and houses, no one's even going to know what you look like, anything personable about yourself. I don't think that's the way anymore. I think we really have to evolve. I think more than ever since social came out that real estate's really starting to evolve because it was stuck in the mud for a long time.
Yeah, I agree completely with you. And I think, the people that will actually spend a little bit of time and just do this consistently, you're going to get the lion's share of rewards. It's not too late. I definitely think we're still early in the window, but the sooner you do this, the better.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and it's just like crazy to think, I used to door knock and cold call like crazy. And like a good day would be maybe talk to 25 people, maybe talk to 30 people. And you're doing it for 2, 3, 4 hours. I posted a reel yesterday that already has like just under 60,000 views.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's like, it's like
a lot.
yeah. So it's like get in front of 60,000 people and see how long that takes you door knocking or cold calling. So that's how I kind of look at that. So I'm not saying don't do the other things. I know a lot of people who still have a ton of success with the door knocking, cold call, mail outs, stuff like that. But social media can only add to what you're already doing. Like I always tell people who are doing mail outs, they're great if you're target marketing your mail outs, but why not with your mail out do a target Facebook and Instagram ad in that same area? So they go to their mailbox, they look at the ad, they're probably going to throw it out because that's what most people do. And then they get home, go on Instagram, then they see that ad again. It starts sticking in your mind now.
Yeah, the amount of people you can get in front of compared to door knocking, cold calling, open houses, it's a lot, and you can do it in a much shorter time. Now, I think you brought up a good point. Like that other stuff still works. So, I think it would be a good idea for like if you're a new agent, spend the hour or two a day creating content and spend a couple hours a day prospecting. Like do both, right? Until at some point the social media part is going to build up to such a big audience like yourself that you might not do those things anymore, and that's okay too.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you gotta figure out what works for you. I mean, I know people who are incredible door knockers. They get a ton of business every year from door knocking. I'm not necessarily going to have the same success if I knock on the exact same doors as them. So you got to figure out what you're good at. Some people are just good at that. They have that thing, and they can kind of relate and catch with people right away. Not everyone has that. So you got to try everything and try it for a good amount of time. You can't try door knocking for a week and say it doesn't work.
Right.
So you got to try everything and try it for a solid amount of time. And then, keep data and track it and say, okay, where am I getting my business right now? And what can I kind of let go of? Because you got to create time and create that space for yourself.
What other platforms are you on or thinking about getting on? Or what else are you doing outside of Instagram?
Pretty much Instagram is my main one. I'm going to start doing some more long form video on YouTube. I kind of cross promote from Instagram to Facebook and TikTok, but the TikTok hasn't done anything because TikTok's way more about trends and stuff like that. I think of my own skits, so it doesn't really translate as well. And then, like I said, I have the podcast with the broke agent. So that kind of,
what's the name of that podcast?
It's called Over Ask. That's what's above my head right there. So yeah, we bring on, because we both do kind of comedic stuff. So we've brought on a lot of pretty cool guests. We've had Ryan Serhan on and Jordan Cohen and some of the Selling Sunset cast, stuff like that. So it's been cool, and it's been a great way to network and build credibility in both of our brands by having some of those bigger names on. And it's cool to just have conversations. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Awesome. Well, it's exciting to see what you've been able to do and the audience you've been able to build and how that's translated into helping your business. And I hope you've provided some inspiration for people out there to actually motivate them to start doing some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up here, I like to end with the HyperFast round. If you're ready for some rapid fire questions and answers. All right. What's your biggest piece of advice to a new real estate agent?
What I was just saying, try everything, try it for a good amount of time. Join a team, find a mentor. Just because someone is good at one thing doesn't mean you have to follow that exact footprint. Everyone is going to have to do something different, and everyone is their own person. So, take inspiration from a lot of people, but then put it into your own way.
All right. What's something that you see experienced agents, successful ones, not doing that you think they should be doing?
Instagram. A lot of the older agents are kind of stuck in their ways, and rightfully so. They have great businesses already, but I don't think they see how much more potential their business has right now with really not doing, a ton more. They could hire someone to build a great Instagram for them and get a bunch more business.
All right. What's the toughest business challenge you've ever faced, and how did you overcome it?
Toughest business challenge, I think at first, was just getting a listing. I mean, I was young, living at home. I had no idea what a mortgage was. I didn't know anything. And I just knocked on doors until someone, I would say probably foolishly now, let me sell their house. And thank God it sold very fast. But that was a wake up call. I came right out of touring from music to doing that and got my first listing in 3 weeks. So it was tough, but figured it out.
All right. When you're not creating content or selling houses, what do you do for fun?
That's pretty much fun, but I hang out with my wife and my dog is what I like to do most. Just kind of eat some ice cream, watch Netflix, and that's it. Right now we can't really do much where I'm at. So we're just kind of chilling at home until we can going shopping. That's a HyperFast question. Shopping.
All right. Last one here. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
A large Instagram presence in the industry, in real estate, possibly a TV show with the Broke Agent, and a worldwide #1 real estate podcast.
All right. Well, thank you so much for everything that you've shared with us today. I love your 10-year vision, by the way. So it'll be fun to watch you and Eric, Broke Agent, put that together. Before we sign off here, if people want to connect with you, learn more about what you do, or any of that kind of stuff, how should they do that, or where should they go?
Instagram's the best. Matt.Lionetti, Lionetti is the best place to get me. DM me, and I usually, I pretty much respond to everyone. So unless they're super creepy or something, you know how it is.
Yeah. So follow Matt on Instagram. Don't be super creepy or try to sell him something in the DMs.
Yeah, there you go.
Or spam them. But connect with them. Thank you, Matt, for being on the show. To all our listeners and viewers out there, thank you so much. Please leave us a comment, give us some feedback, share this with someone that you think could benefit from seeing it as well, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much.
All righty. Appreciate that.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the HyperFast Show. Subscribe to us if you want to make sure you get the latest and greatest HyperFast shows. And remember, we love reviews. Reviews help us bring better and better guests and improve our shows. So give us the good, the bad, and the ugly. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you want to see more, click right here. And if you want 100 real estate tips from my best-selling book, click right here to download them instantly. And if you're new to this channel, click below to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out. And leave some comments about what you think on the videos.